Okay, we're recording. Howdy ho there, people. We are doing our intro on the water, and as you can see, you can look behind us and see it's flat, man. It's flat. Where'd we go today, boys?
Can't tell you.
Yeah, can't tell you. Sorry. So I got Rob and Frederick right now dropping down on the first spot, place I call the stick bottom. So let's hope they get something. From there on, we're gonna do a little wreck diving, some more ledge diving, and we're hoping we're gonna load up on some scampies. And I'm not talking about shrimp, I'm talking about scamps. So, all right, boys, let's do it.
So that's what it looks like when the power head does not go off. I saw a lot of that last year, but hopefully I won't have that problem this year.
Take your tap off, Combs.
Huh?
You got your ready, Gar? Take your tap off.
Yeah. I'll go off.
Nah, we're good. All right.
So you may recognize this wreckage from earlier in the year. Of course, the viz was, I don't know, maybe, well, I don't know, a lot less. We shot some lionfish on it, but here you can actually see it a lot better. I think it's the problem with most of what we dove this particular day is it's early in the season, and I think a lot of the group are more inshore than these sites. Later on in the year, I think these sites will hold a lot of fish, but it's just too early. Only thing I see here is a bunch of pompano, and that was it for the entire dive.
Gar! Gar!
So other than Combs' little hogfish that he shot early on, we didn't shoot anything on this dive. I sat on top of that boom for I don't know how long, waiting for those pompano to come back, which they never did. But it's a cool dive site. I'd like to come back here later in the year, see how we do. I think it'd be better later. So when Rob gave me this video, he warned me it was going to be tough to watch. Painful, in fact. And it was. He had all kinds of problems with the gun on this dive. I think he broke a band. and he didn't realize that the slip tip was coming off. And so he kept shooting the fish with no slip tip on it. He finally figured it out later on, but it's a little painful here at the beginning. Thanks, Rob, for sharing. All right, we're cooking with grease now. We got the slip tip on. We're ready for action.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All right. All right, roll.
Where's, oh, that's it.
So you can see right here as I'm coming down, there's a roughback setting off the bow, and where there's a roughback, a lot of times there's a cobia. And sure enough, there was, but he didn't hang out with him. I couldn't believe it. I thought for sure he would. And the only shot I really had was right here in just a second, but I can't take the shot because I'm about to land on this roughback. So I had to back off, and I never get another opportunity. So I think I dove this tug in February with Rob, and the viz was like 5 feet, if you remember correctly. So the viz is obviously a lot better today. It's a cool little wreck. Again, I think that it's a little early in the year. I think a little later in the year, probably had a little bit better potential to hold more fish. I even found a roughback again. Still no cobia. Oh well. Combs did shoot another little hog on here, I think, if I remember correctly. But unfortunately, that was all there was.
let's go get that cobia.
I thought you were too. I should have shot it.
I know, should have. Well,
Weren't eating
I thought he was going to hang out with that roughback. He didn't. Roughback came back. I said I was waiting for him and never showed back up.
It did come back.
So what do you do when the hogfish swims away and you can't catch him? Well, you chase him with a scooter, of course, naturally. I love this. This is awesome.
See numbers, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Oh no!
So right here in this wreckage over to the right, there's a bunch of lobster carapaces. Those are molts. I couldn't tell if there was any feeding activity on that or not, like a Kubera snapper or something like that. I don't think there were. I think those were all molts. There's several big ones there, and as you could tell in Rob's previous video, there's some nice good-sized lobster on there. But as far as fish go, Comb shoots a little hogfish here, and we chased a few little scamps around, but I didn't really have any opportunity to shoot anything to speak.
Yeah, I like that.
Getting a little garwal love right here. It's been a long time since he's been diving with us. Took a little bit of a hiatus for a while, but I'm glad to see him back on Team Huntress. Here's a couple of shots of us coming in the inlet. That'll wrap up this session until next time. Later, peeps.